Welcome to our webinar today. I'm walking you through quickly and briefly from paid to earned, why financial services marketing leaders are moving investment to PR in the age of AI. Your buyers changed how they find you. They're no longer typing keywords into Google and scrolling through 10 blue links and paid ads. They're asking AI a question and getting a short list of whom to trust. If your organization isn't on that list, you're invisible the moment a buying decision begins. I'm Jason Mudd, and over the next 25 or so minutes, I'll show you the new data behind this shift, what it means for your marketing investment, and what you can do about it starting right now, this same quarter. Let me be clear about what this is not. This is not a pitch for a bigger budget. Your paid media and search engine optimization investments are already allocated. The question in front of you isn't, should I invest more? It's, is this investment still reaching buyers the way it did 2 or 3 years ago, last year, or even last quarter? And here's what that question, or here's why that question matters now. If the answer is no, and I'm going to show you evidence that it is, then the smart move is simply redirecting a portion of your existing investment to where buyers actually are. That's a reallocation decision you can make inside your current budget. No new approval cycle, no new line item. This shift is already underway. This is not a prediction. Traffic to ChatGPT is up more than 600% year over year. Perplexity up more than 260%. And even when buyers use traditional search, AI generated summaries now answer the question on the page, cutting website click-throughs to only 15 to 20%. The queries still happen, the clicks don't. But the raw numbers matter less than the behavior behind them. When your buyer asks AI, who can I trust with my money? They get a short, confident answer, and they trust it. They're not comparing 10 open tabs anymore. They're starting with a short list someone else built. Someone's firm comes back as the answer. The only question is whether it's yours. Therefore, we must ask, who builds that short list, and how does your firm get on it? Here's where it gets interesting for your budget. Gartner, the firm that advises the Fortune 500 on where to invest, predicts these organizations' investments in PR and earned media will double by 2027. Double in 2 years. The driver? Exactly what we just saw. Mass adoption of AI assistants replacing traditional search as the way buyers discover and shortlist providers. When the organization advising the world's largest companies on capital allocation points to public relations as the budget line that doubles, that should definitely get your attention. Why would earned media budgets double? Because of where AI actually gets its answers. Per Gartner's analysis, 95% of the links AI platforms cite are media coverage and other unpaid methods. 95%. Think about what this means. Your paid placements, the ads you're investing in right now, barely register in what AI systems cite. AI trusts what it can verify, and what it verifies is overwhelmingly unpaid content. Now, I want you to walk away from this with the complete picture, the full 100% of what AI actually reads when it forms an answer. 84% earned media. That's journalism, analyst coverage, third-party mentions. This is the dominant slice by far. Only 7% reference sources and directories, Wikipedia, business profiles, review platforms. Only 5% shared in community content. That's Reddit, Quora, industry forums, real people talking about real experiences. And then only 4% owned content. That's your website, your blog, everything you publish yourself. And paid media, advertising, or advertorial content, 0.3%. Now let that sink in. The content you control completely, your ads, your website, adds up to less than 5% of what AI actually cites. The content you earn is more than 80%. The 84% figure comes from a second independent source that confirms what Gartner found and breaks it down for us even further. Muck Rack, a software platform used by public relations professionals, analyzed more than 25 million links cited by ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. Their finding, 84% of AI citations come from earned media specifically. 2 independent research efforts, same conclusion. AI runs on earned media coverage. Now, you may have noticed 2 different numbers, Gartner's 95% and Muck Rack's 84. Let me take 15 seconds to square those because precision matters in your world and in ours. Gartner's 95% covers all unpaid sources, earned media, shared media, owned media, and reference. Everything that is not an ad. Muck Rack's 84% isolates earned media specifically within that universe. Put them together, and the story is simple. Nearly everything AI cites is unpaid, and most of that is earned media coverage. Let's take a moment to get our vocabulary straight because these terms get blurred, and I want to become your trusted source. Journalistic content, stories written by reporters and editors at independent news outlets. You can contribute quotes and access, but the outlet controls the timing, narrative, and placement. Analyst content, research, rankings, and commentary from industry analysts evaluating your category and your company. And earned media is the umbrella over both. All credible third-party coverage you earn rather than buy. Journalism and analyst content, plus reviews, awards, and industry mentions. Here's the key point, especially for a regulated industry like yours. You control your contribution, your quotes, your spokespeople, your accuracy. You never control the coverage itself. And that independence is exactly why AI trusts it. It can't be bought, so it can't be faked. Before we go further, who am I and why am I giving away these valuable insights? I'm Jason Mudd, founder of Axia Public Relations and host of the podcast On Top of PR with Jason Mudd. The World Communications Forum named me North America's best PR leader. Forbes named Axia one of America's best PR agencies. And for more than 2 decades, we've been trusted advisors to marketing leaders at growing U.S. companies, especially financial services brands. That's the lens I'm bringing to this. Now let's get back to what's important to you. Here's what this looks like in practice, a real and current example. A national niche CPA firm, a current Axia client, is regularly seeing AI-driven leads directly attributed to its earned media coverage. Prospects are showing up citing AI recommendations, and those recommendations trace back to press coverage, not ads. This same thing is happening to us at Axia, where more and more of our leads are coming from AI referrals. Notice why this matters for you. Professional services, a trust-driven purchase, a considered decision. The same buying dynamics as your category, and it's measured the way you want it measured, against pipeline and leads, not just impressions. So what does an earned media strategy actually look like? Because public relations is broader than press releases, especially in a trust-driven regulated category. Earned media coverage, there are 4 areas. 1, earned media coverage. Placements in the outlets your buyers and peers actually read. Business press, trade, and financial media. 2, executive thought leadership. Position your subject matter experts as the answer AI surfaces on trust, regulation, and market topics. 3rd, reputation and crisis readiness. Proactive positioning ahead of leadership transitions, mergers, and acquisitions. And market events, instead of reactive scrambling when they hit. And 4th, AI visibility. Deliberately building the earned footprint AI platform site when your buyers ask who to trust. Your next step comes down to 3 moves. 1, audit. Where does your current investment go, and how are AI platforms citing your expertise today, or frankly, not citing it at all? You need that baseline. 2, identify which earned media opportunities build AI visibility in your category, not just traditional impressions. 3, measure. Tie visibility to the business goals your leadership team sets. Reputation, sales pipeline, growth, not vanity metrics. Your CEO does not care about impressions. Neither should your PR program. Here's the quickest way to start. Book a free 15-minute one-to-one consultation with me. We'll look at your current investment mix and where your AI visibility gaps are. 15 minutes, one conversation, and you'll know where you stand. When you schedule, you'll also receive our free guide, the Paid to Earn Budget Shift Playbook, which provides a framework for running this reallocation within your budget. The link is on your screen, axiapr.com/meet. Grab a time now while we answer questions your peers sent in. These are some sharp questions, and we're answering them next. Financial services marketing leaders across the country sent us questions ahead of this session. We picked the 5 most frequent. Let's jump into those. Priya, a VP of marketing at a national bank in Charlotte, asks, my paid media is tied to lead volume. How do I justify moving any of that investment to something as hard to measure as PR? Priya, we're not asking you to abandon what's working. Here's the reframe. A growing share of your buyer discovery has already moved to AI platforms, and those platforms don't cite paid content. That's the 0.3%. A slice of your paid investment is reporting beautifully on a shrinking pond. And PR and communication measurement has caught up. Remember the CPA firm, AI-driven leads directly attributed to earned media coverage, measured against pipeline. That's the standard you should hold any PR agency to. Visibility and reputation that generates leads and pipeline, not just clips and coverage. Sarah VP at a payments technology company in Milwaukee asks, realistically, how soon could we expect to see results? Sarah, I'll give you the honest, candid answer instead of the sales answer. Initial placements might happen within the first several weeks of consistent effort, but AI citation weight builds as coverage accumulates. This is a compounding asset, not a one-time campaign. Steady and ongoing earned media program beats a single big splash every time. Think of it the way you would think about an investment portfolio. Time in the market beats trying to time the market. Denise, a chief marketing officer at a lender in Atlanta, asks, financial services is heavily regulated and compliance reviewed. Does that make earned media harder to pursue for a less regulated company? Denise, here's the precise answer. No company, regulated or not, controls what a journalist writes. What compliance review governs is your contribution, your spokesperson's quotes, your executive commentary, your contributed articles. And that's reviewable and manageable within and inside the process you already run. Here's the part most people miss. That independence is where the credibility comes from. Audiences and AI systems trust earned media precisely because it isn't controlled by the company. And frankly, the discipline your team already has around what it says publicly translates directly into strong, compliant contributions to media opportunities. You're better prepared for this than most industries, not worse. Tom, VP of Marketing at a credit union in Denver, asks, if this shift is happening by 2027, why act in the next 30 days instead of waiting to see how it plays out? Tom, because AI citation patterns reward accumulated, consistent coverage over time, the financial services organization that starts building its earned media footprint now has a compounding head start over the one that waits until the shift is undeniable. Waiting doesn't reduce your risk. It just hands the short list to competitors who moved first. 2027 is when budgets double. It's not when the behavior starts. The behavior has already started. In fact, you can quote me on this, AI adoption and capabilities aren't slowing down. If you think AI adoption and capabilities are moving quickly, just wait. It's only going to get quicker. And David, a chief marketing officer at an asset management firm in Dallas, asks, if more of our competitors start doing this, how do we know it's actually driving business impact and not just adding to the noise? David, this is a great question, and it's exactly why measurement design matters from day one. As more firms shift their investments towards earned media, the differentiators become speed, consistency, and measurement tied to business outcomes, not impressions, not share of voice. Build the program around lead generation and pipeline alignment from the start, and you'll always know whether it's working. That's the standard the CPA firm example is held to, and it's the standard you should demand. Thank you for participating in this webinar. If you remember 3 things from the last few minutes, make it these. 1, AI is replacing search, and increasingly paid ads as the discovery layer where your buyers find and shortlist vendors. 2, Gartner, the firm that advises the Fortune 500 on where to invest, predicts PR and earned media budgets double by 2027. And today's citation data backs it up. 3, the move is a redirect of your existing paid and search engine optimization investment towards earned media, not a new budget ask. A modern strategic PR partner can do all of this for you. Here's how Axia helps you make the shift. AI relations, Our approach to generative AI engine optimization, or GEO for short, builds the earned footprint that AI platforms cite. Earned media puts you in the consumer, business, trade, and financial outlets your buyers actually read. Thought leadership positions your executives as the trusted voice in your category. Reputation management protects how your firm is perceived before it's tested. And crisis communications gives you readiness and response when regulatory, market, or leadership events happen. Every one of those feeds the same outcome. When your buyer asks AI who to trust, your firm becomes the answer. A little bit about us. Axia Public Relations is a growth PR agency serving marketing leaders at growing U.S. financial services companies. We provide earned media, AI relations, thought leadership, reputation management, and crisis communications. The World Communications Forum named me North America's best PR leader, and Forbes named Axia one of America's best PR agencies. You can learn more at axiapr.com. Here's your next step. Access your free 15-minute consult with me, a one-to-one look at your current investment mix, your AI visibility gaps, and the fastest path from paid to earned. And when you book, your copy of the paid to earned budget shift playbook comes with it. That's axiapr.com/meet. Your buyer's already using and asking AI who to trust. Let's make sure that answer is you. Thank you for participating in our webinar today. It's been a pleasure to share this information with you. And again, I'm happy to meet with you and give you some guidance. If you go axiapr.com/meet, you'll see an opportunity to book time with me, and I'd love to help you further. Thanks again.